This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
What's up, YouTube? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you with another video, and today we're gonna take a look at the A160 by iJoy. This was sent to me free for the purposes of review by GEARBEST.com. So super thanks, GEARBEST. You guys are awesome. They shot me an email, said they wanted me to try some of their products, and I said, sure, sounds great. So this A160 by iJoy, looks like a pretty sweet package, okay? It's teeny, it's super teeny, which is awesome because it pretty much disappears into my hand, and I've got very, very small hands. My hands are tiny, okay? I'm a very small person, I'm like 5'7". So, yeah, for something to disappear in my hands, it's kind of hard to do. Yeah, kind of difficult. Yeah, let's come on in here, let's take a look. So the A160 by iJoy. I like the designs on the sides. These little column kind of things going on, and over here, and you've got the venting. I like that, that's pretty cool. It's got a spring-loaded 510, it's got a clicky, mushy firing button. Works pretty well. It's got these plastic wattage buttons. Plastic. These plastic little nubbin nipples for wattage buttons, and they protrude quite a bit. Wattage adjusts in 0.1 watt increments, but if you hold it down, it flies up in 1 watt increments, and it goes fast. Really fast. I would say almost too fast, because if I want to adjust it just a little bit, and I don't want to just keep clicking, then it just flies. It flies. It's super fast. If you flash it without anything on it, it reads no atomizer. And with a little sad face, I like him. He's a cool little sad face. So over here on the right, we've got how many ohms your Addy is reading at. We've got your volts that's firing at, as well as your watts, of course, we already covered that. And you've got your amps, which I think is pretty cool. It tells you how many amps you're firing at. I really like that. And over down here underneath the watts, we've got sort of a little clock to tell you how long you're firing for, which is okay. I guess a lot of mods do that. I don't really see the purpose, but that's okay. And over here you've got your battery meter, and it does not show the drain on the battery, which I actually kind of like, because that thing always kind of freaks me out when I see it. I like just seeing the battery meter though. That's awesome. On this side we've got iJoy, and on this side we've got A160, which is okay. I mean, the brands are there, but they're not totally in your face. I don't mind it too much. Battery door slides down super easy, one hand, just like that. And yeah, this is a dual 18650 box mod, which I cannot believe how much they fit into this mod. That is amazing. That's amazing. The size that this mod is, and the amount of features that are jammed in here. I'm talking about being able to fire up to 160 watts, being able to read your resistance, being able to read your amps, the puff counter thingy, the battery meter. I mean, it's a full-featured mod that is super tiny. I mean, look at it in comparison to my dog mods. Batteries pop out with those two little ribbons right here, and they pop right in. Haven't had any problems getting the batteries in or out. It's labeled for you in there with pluses and minuses for your positives and negatives. And all that's holding that door in place here are these two little nipples. Two little nipples right there. These are rubber nipples, not plastic nipples like up here. So there's lots of nipples on this device. And they do a pretty good job of holding it in there, I gotta say. There's not really much of an issue there. It locks in, holds it tight, no problems. Batteries pop right in. and the door just slides back into place. Pretty slick. So with that said, I'll see you guys back up there. So let's see how she behaves. So I've got the Alliance RDA up here, just simple dual coil build of 22 gauge. I've got the Trinity top cap on here, and it's at 0.15 ohms it reads, and I'm going to be vaping at about 120 watts. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good. So I've been using this mod for about maybe a little more than a week now. And in that time, I found a huge problem with it. Now, I don't think it's going to do it for us right this minute. Yes, it will. So it was reading 0.15, then it was reading 0.14, now it's reading 0.11. That's nothing. That's nothing. This thing will go all over the place. The ohms on this guy love to travel. And it happens with every Addy, every build. I've tried putting fresh builds in, I've tried different Addies, I've tried like 5 or 6 different Addies on here, trying to see if it's just the mod or if it's just me. And the ohms will travel everywhere. It will go from 0.14 on here to 0.23 to 0.07 to 0.8 to 2.5. I mean, they are traveling. They are going all over the globe on this mod, okay? And I don't think it's a bad mod. I think I've got a bad unit. I've done some research on it, and it looks like a couple other people have mentioned this problem. So it's not just me. Other people have had this issue, but I don't think it's that widespread. I think I just got a bad unit. And I contacted GEARBEST about it. They said go ahead with the review, so I am. And their prices are awesome over at GEARBEST on this mod. It's a great mod. I really, really wanted to like it. I thought this was going to be my new go-to mod for my lower ohm builds. You know, where I wanted to pump up the wattage really good. But in this state, it's unusable. I can't use it. These ohms are just all over the place. It just doesn't work right. It's not accurate, and it travels. Let's put a different Addy on here. Twisted Messes Addy. Likes to do it really bad on Twisted Messes Addy for some reason. I don't know why. It does it on all of them though. Yeah. Come on in here, let me show you. Just watch the resistance change with every throw of the switch. There it goes. So now it's what, 0.62? Was reading 0.37 a minute ago. That's a huge, huge distance to travel. Now it's reading 0.43. Now it's reading 0.4. Holding at 0.4 for a second. Oh, there it goes. 0.58. 0.36. 0.31. Yeah. It's not cool, man. Not cool at all. And this happens with every Addy that I try this on. Every single one. Every one. Sometimes worse than that. It is not fun. Makes it pretty unvapable. Anyway, I'll see you guys up there. See ya. That's the A160 by iJoy. And it's a shame because it's an awesome mod. It really is. But that's just one fatal flaw with it, with the ohms just bouncing all over the place, just traveling all over. It's unusable. Unusable. It's a shame. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not. I mean, I got this for free. I didn't pay anything for it. They sent it to me free for the purposes of review. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that, you know, I don't think this happens with every one of these. I think this is a bad unit. I think that it just has some quality control issues. So probably a bunch of people are going to come on and comment below and say, I haven't had any problems with mine. I know you haven't any problems with yours. That's great. I'm thrilled for you. It's a great mod. And when it works awesome. But, I mean, I'm just reporting what happens with mine here. Okay? Okay. It's like whenever I take a pull, I feel like I have to look at it out of the corner of my eye like this. Is it firing right? Is it firing right? You know, I just can't trust it, you know? I just can't trust it. Because it's just all over the place. .68 now. 0.34 a minute ago. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's pissing me off is what it is. Yeah. So that's the A160. I really want to like it. I've tried everything I could think of to fix it. I've Nintendo blown it. Yes, I've actually Nintendo blown it. I have. And remember with the MVP 1s and the MVP 2s? At least the MVP 2s. I never had an MVP 1, but I assume it's the same. The pin would kind of get pushed in there and it wouldn't make the proper contact, so you'd take like a screwdriver. I can't find my words today. So you take a screwdriver and you jimmy the pin up a bit so it would make the better contact. I've done that. It doesn't work. It doesn't actually come out. It's not that. That's not what it is. It makes perfect contact with all the addies that I've tried on it. I've tried it with a bunch of them. A bunch of them. A bunch. Okay? A bunch. Everything that I use on this thing, ohms all over the place. All over the place. It's such a shame too, because it's really, really feels good in the hand. The switch is nice. There's really not a whole lot to it. It's wattage up, wattage down. If you want to lock it, you hold both those buttons and it locks your watts, your power, that's it. If it locked your ohms, then I'd be golden. If it could lock your ohms, it would be golden. That would be awesome. It doesn't. It just locks your watts. Not to mention, it doesn't read accurate to begin with. I mean, when this addy was, sort of working right on this, sort of, it would come in at 0.14. Over here, my dog mods comes in at 0.16. I mean, it doesn't read the ohms accurate, and they're traveling. I mean, I don't think it's a bad mod. I think I've just got a bad unit. So, it is what it is. I'm not complaining so much as reporting. I didn't pay for it, so I'm probably just not going to use it anymore, which is a shame because I could have gotten a lot of use out of this thing, I think. My IPv3 is pretty much on its last legs. This would have been a great mod to replace it. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, vapors.